Hey boys and girls, Matt Cumber here, Knoxville, Tennessee's Dean of Fun, and today we're going to be working with addition up to 5. Now, if you've seen some of my earlier videos, we've already worked on 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, so today we're going to work on 4 plus 1, and we'll go over all of that and how you solve that and all that fun stuff. We're going to be using 3 different ways to show your work. One way we'll be using cubes, one way we will be using pieces of paper, and another way we will be using bubbles in which we will draw actually on our board. So if you're at home, you can always do this by using your own whiteboard or using a piece of paper. You don't have to use pencils, you can use crayons, markers, really whatever you want to use. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to write out the equation. So the mathematical equation today is 4 plus 1 equals, and then I'm going to draw a box here, and that box is my sum. The sum is the answer to an addition problem. So 4 plus 1 equals, I don't know what it is yet. I've got to show my work. Real quick, let's make sure you know what some of these math symbols are inside of this equation. This is the plus sign. Anytime you see the plus sign, it means we're going to be putting things together. So you can do that with me at home. Put things together. It looks like a little T. And this is the equal sign. The equal sign means same as. So this side has to be the same as this side. Doesn't have to look the same. It just has to be the same quantity. Anyways, you'll see more about that, and we'll learn more about that here in a sec. So let's go ahead and work on this one. And what we're going to do is we are going to use cubes first. I have my number 4, so I need to show a quantity of 4 cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I picked the colors at random. It really doesn't matter about the colors here. I'm just using cubes. Alright, so I have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 1. That means I'm going to add 1 more. Just to make things neat, I'm going to put my 1 underneath the 1. Okay? So, I have 4 plus 1. Remember, I got to put them together. So I'm going to put them together so I can find out my sum. So I put them all together, move them over here to the other side of that equal sign. So this side has to be the same as this. I'm going to put these in a nice straight line up and down with a little bit of space in between them. And now I'm going to count my total amount of cubes to find out what my answer is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every good mathematician always double checks his or her work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I got 5 both times, so I'm going to write it down. 5 is the sum of this problem. So if I were to read this, I would say 4 plus 1 equals 5. But also remember the equal sign also means same as. So you could read it another way. 4 plus 1 is the same as 5. Okay? So, we're going to put the blocks up, or cubes, whatever you want to call them. And I'm going to erase that answer, because now we're going to use a different way to solve this problem. We're going to use some purple paper and some red paper. And we're pretty much just going to see if we come up with the same answer by using a different method. Okay? So, underneath this 4, I'm going to show a quantity of 4 by using 4 pieces of purple paper. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you notice, I put a little bit of space in between my pieces of paper just so that they pop out more. They're not all mushed up together. I'm not going to accidentally skip one or count too many, or So anyways, it's nice and neat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then under the 1, I'm going to use my red paper to represent my second number, 1. Okay, so remember, you look at that sign, it's a plus sign, which means we're going to be putting things together. So we're going to put these all together, move them to the other side of that equal sign. This side has to be the same as that. Now, so I had 4 purple ones. I'm just going to put everything in a nice, neat line with a little bit of a space in between them. There we go. And now I'm going to count the number of pieces of paper I have, and that's going to give me my sum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to double check my work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got the answer 5. So 4 plus 1 equals 5, or you could say it like this. 4 plus 1 is the same as 5. Cool. Let's put the paper up, and now I'm going to show you the last way that you could solve this addition problem. So when we used cubes, we got a sum of 5. When we used paper, we got a sum of 5. Now I'm going to pretend that I don't have any paper. I'm going to pretend that I don't have any cubes. I'm going to pretend that I'm at home or I'm at school and I'm at my desk or a table, and the teacher or parent has given me this problem. How am I going to solve it? I'm going to solve it by drawing bubbles. I use bubbles because dots can get kind of confusing on a piece of paper, especially like you can see a little tiny black dot right there. I don't know, it might get confusing. So I use bubbles just so it's nice and clear and it pops out. So under the 4, I'm going to make 4 bubbles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you've got a little bit of space in between them, okay? That way you're not getting mixed up when you're counting them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. I double check my work. Now, under the 1, I'm going to make 1 bubble. 1. All right. So we look at our sign. Our sign says it's an addition sentence, which means we're going to be putting things together. We're not taking away. Putting things together. So we're going to put them all together. Now, I can't move these together because I just wrote these down on the whiteboard. You might be at home writing them on a piece of paper. But what I can do is I can draw a giant circle around them. And it's almost like drawing a fence around them. So now they're all together in the same area. So I just put them together. Now I'm going to count all the bubbles, and that's going to give me my answer, or sum, to the addition problem. When I count them, I'm going to put a dot in the middle of each bubble. That lets me know that I didn't skip anything. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't skip any. I got the answer 5. You know what? I think it's safe to say that 4 plus 1 equals 5. Or you could say, since the equal sign means same as, 4 plus 1 is the same as 5. I used cubes. I used paper. I showed my work using bubbles. There we have it, boys and girls. 4 plus 1 equals 5. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you're learning a lot in school or at home with your addition facts up to 5. I highly encourage you trying to use some math manipulatives or showing your work using bubbles, or both. It's really good practice, and it's a great exercise for you to sharpen up your brain, okay? So until next time, boys and girls, I'll see you later. I'm going to go ahead and erase my work and probably work on some more math. All right. Keep on working, boys and girls. If you want to, you can always look at some other videos for some other pointers on how to add. Check them out on my YouTube page. All right. See you later. Bye.